Hi everybody. I know this is long overdue, and this should be my 35, 36, 7 week updates. Yeah, here it is. Well, on the night of my last update, I was having contractions. They were sporadic at first, and then it was actually right after. It was kind of during the video, and like right after the video. Um, it lasted the whole night, but I wasn't really pressing it because I had a doctor's appointment the day after. And I went to the doctor's appointment that day. It was early, so it was around like 9:30 in the morning. And as soon as I got there, my doctor was like, "Okay, you're in labor. It's time for you to go to the hospital." And thank God the hospital is literally only like 10 minutes away from the doctor's office. So that was good. We made it there. I got there and I ended up being in labor. I had been in labor since the time I did the video, which was around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night on the 28th until 10 o'clock on November 29th. And at 10:30, I had my little boy. I actually had him through emergency C-section because he had the umbilical cord wrapped around his neck and he wasn't breathing for, I think they said it was a total of like an hour. It wasn't that he wasn't breathing, it was that he was breathing, but it was on like a scale of a 2, which wasn't great. He had to be like a 10 and he wasn't moving. He was literally like, to get him out during the C-section, she had to push on my stomach because he was stuck on my right side. That Tuesday made me 35 weeks exactly. So he was born on 35 weeks at 10:30 p.m. He was 5 pounds. 5 pounds 11 ounces. So he was almost 6 pounds, although he was premature, and he was 18.11 inches long. That's him. He had to stay in the hospital he came home on last Monday. Yeah, he came home last Monday, so he stayed in there for a couple days. And I stayed in the hospital because I was not leaving him. But I stayed in the hospital up until they let me go Saturday. And of course, like every mom, I was up there Sunday and Monday. But they allowed him to come home. He had some reason why they wanted to keep him, and they had to keep him longer was because he had rapid breathing. It wasn't, he could breathe, but it was just, they thought it was too fast because his lungs hadn't fully developed the way that they should have, like they would, because as of yesterday, I would have been 37 weeks. And, it would have been fine. His lungs would have been fine. But he's still okay. Then they found out a couple days later. First of all, they never even told me anything about my child. I had to go and get this stupid spinal tap after being 20-something hours in labor with no medication like I wanted. They gave me the stupid spinal tap, and when they did that, I was literally like out of it. I didn't get to hear him cry. I barely could see him when my fiance was holding him to show me, here he is. I couldn't even touch him. My body was shaking. I was in and out of it. Like I was cold. I felt like I was dying. It was the worst feeling of my life. And then, that was the last time I got to see him. It was only for a few seconds, and I could barely see him. And then I couldn't get out of my bed for like 2 days, so then I couldn't see him then. But the whole time, in my chart it says that I wanted to breastfeed. And that didn't happen. They never, brought him to me to see him. My fiance had to literally go down there and take pictures of him and bring them back to me, and so that I could see what he looked like. They didn't act, they just gave him some formula. They never ask me anything. They gave me a pacifier, and I didn't really want to do a pacifier. I wanted to do it at my own leisure, and not with them just, forcing this stupid thing in his mouth. This is the pacifier, and he's like addicted to it now. And that's exactly what I didn't want. But I finally got to see him, and when I did get to see him, I was there every 3 hours to check on him, because that's the only time they allowed you in there was for feeding. I was in there every 3 hours, and because my milk hadn't come in yet, I couldn't really feed him, so they had me pumping, and that didn't really work. Like, my milk really just kind of came in a couple days ago. And like, it seems like now when I breastfeed him, it takes forever. He'll stay on for like an hour and 30 minutes, and then he'll still drink, because I still do the formula, just because I know he's not eating enough. He'll drink 3 to 4 ounces after he's been on the breast for like an hour and 30 minutes. So maybe I'm doing it, and it's too short of a time. Maybe he needs to stay on longer, but it's kind of hard, because he always feels like that and strays away. But he's the cutest little boy. Like, the cutest little smile. He's 2 weeks now, so he had his first doctor's appointment 3 days after we brought him home, which was last week. He weighed exactly 5 pounds and 4 ounces when we had him at the doctor's appointment last, and he was still 18 inches long, so he hadn't really grown or gained any weight. But he had a doctor's appointment recently, this past Monday again, which was his follow-up, and he was 5 pounds 7 ounces. 6 ounces first, and then it was 7 ounces. They weighed him again, he was 7 ounces. And they didn't measure him this time, but he might get measured again, I don't know. But he's got another doctor's appointment in 2 weeks. He is on a vitamin supplement, which is by Enfamil. It's like a polyurethane, polythiosin, or something like that, I don't know. But it smells awful. He does not like it. I'm trying to be really quiet, because although he sleeps through loud noise, as soon as he hears mommy, it's like he does pretty good. He would sleep at first when we first brought him home every 3 hours, and then it was like after the first doctor's appointment he started sleeping longer. I guess it's the breast milk, because we took him off the breast milk and we did formula just to see how he would sleep, and he wakes up like clockwork every 3 hours. And with the breast milk during the day, and I do formula at night, just because it's easier, because I'm by myself. He actually sleeps a whole lot longer. Like, for right now, he's been asleep for a total of about 4 or 5 hours. Now he'll wake up and he'll be hungry, and he'll eat 4 to 5 ounces, go back to sleep, and he's very peaceful and quiet. And I know they say don't sleep with baby in bed, but due to the fact that we have our heat on, and our heat has not cut off since we cut it on, putting him over there by himself is still, he's still premature. He's still a premature baby, and he's anemic. He's slightly anemic, because it's freezing over there. Like, I'll get up in the middle of the night and my baby's shaking, and he's like in 3 or 4 blankets and got long sleeves on, pants, socks, and a hat. And he's over there shaking because he's cold. And right now we have him in our room in a pack and play, and I'm just like, I can't imagine even putting him in his crib. And he's in there shaking, and I don't know. So when daddy's gone at work, mommy puts the pillow on one side, not close enough to him, but she puts it on. I put it on one side. I put him on his own blanket, and I push my blankets back, and I just lay him on the bed. And so far he's done pretty good. He doesn't really move too much except for his arms. He looks like the little boy on a Huggies commercial when he sleeps. So that's good. We're gonna try to get him to sleep again in a pack and play soon, but I mean, it's just too cold because I'm even cold myself in here. But he's doing good. I will show you guys him, but he's not. I don't know if you guys will be able to see him because it's a little dark. But there he is. There he is. This CJ. It's a bad picture, but I don't want to turn on the light because he'll wake up. Oh, that's him. That's my baby. Uh-oh. I will show you guys my belly, but again, I had a C-section, and it still hurts to kind of move a little bit. My stomach is still very, very sore, even like touching it. Sometimes I can't feel my hands touching my stomach. But yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the update. I'll do another update, I guess, in about 2 weeks. Because 2 weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, maybe, because he'll be a month. So, yeah, I'm 29 feel a month, so I'll probably do an update then. But, thank you guys for subscribing and watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And now, instead of the pregnancy vlogs, we jump into the mommy vlogs. So I'll probably do them I'll probably more likely do them monthly and try to fit in every 2 weeks, pictures of them and stuff like that if I'm growing, because I plan on going back to work very soon. Because I do not like being strapped right now. I wish I could take him to work with me. As far as daycare, his dad is watching him, so we're good on that part. But yeah. So I think that's it. Me and CJ say bye-bye. And we love you guys.